Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining. We are live. Thank you for joining. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you may be joining us from. One second, I gotta minimize my FaceTime screen. That's weird, seeing myself on the screen twice. Maybe I couldn't have 25 tabs open, but hey, either way it works. So before I get to my spiel, part of my spiel actually, just thank you guys for joining us. My name is Adam Fox. I am here to walk you through the free virtual bodyweight exercise program today. Remember, we do this 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, all at different times as far as when we stream live. On Monday, Seth Spicer streams at 7:30 in the morning live, and the rest of the day, his stream is going to be put up on Restream, so you guys can catch him at the 12 o'clock or 5:30 slot as well. Also, Jake does the 12 o'clock on Tuesday. It's the same thing, restreams before and after. And I do the 5:30 on Thursday, and then we alternate for Friday stream at 7:30 in the morning. So to reiterate, the schedule is Monday at 7:30 live, Tuesday at 12 right in the afternoon at live, Thursday 5:30 live, and then 7:30 live on Friday. And we alternate the slots. So this week, you guys got a little bit of the Seth Spicer action coming to you tomorrow morning, bright and early, so make sure you don't miss out on that. So remember, guys, the whole point of us doing these streams is to make health and fitness more accessible. We want to eliminate those barriers to exercise, such as like not having home workout equipment or access to a gym in general, and not having the money for either of those, whether it's equipment or access to the gym, not having enough money for a gym membership. We also know that there's stigmas and a little apprehensive culture behind the gym sometimes. So we want to take that away as well. There's no stigmas here. You guys can come, work out, have a good time, maybe get some laughs in if any of us are feeling like comedians that day, which I know myself, I'm always trying to be funny. May not be funny, but if I get you guys to get a little snicker or a laugh, then I've done my job. So remember, guys, we want to be your outlet for movement. I'm doing this clapping thing. I'm trying to stop, but we want to be the outlet for movement, whether you're a beginner or someone who's more, of an expert, so to speak, at movement. You can come, if you're a beginner, learn these movements, get a good workout in, or if you're someone who works out a lot, you can use this as a form of active recovery from your training program that you're already in. So, other things, remember, if you have any other questions about anything I just talked about, you can reach out to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or Twitch at ConnectedCHS. Not sure how well I know you can whisper on Twitch. That works as well. You can always reach out to us there. But if you have any questions about our program or the exercises or how to modify anything that we didn't modify on the spot for you, please reach out to us. We will make sure to make a variation or make sure you guys are, your request is matched. So we will help you out there. So this week we are doing a 45-minute workout. As always, it's 8 exercises in 3 sets, so 1 through 8. Repeat that 3 times. This week, this week we are up to 60-30. So now it's going to be 60 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest. Remember, this is week 19 and day 59. It's already been 59 days. But hey, who's counting, right? It's been a long time since we started. I'm just happy you guys are still here with us. So without any further ado, remember, guys, reach out to us if you want to talk to us about anything like I just said. But without any further ado, we are going to get started once I put my little interval timer on here. So week 19. There's a couple other things I'm missing to talk about, but believe me, I'm sure that it'll come to me sometime during the stream. So let's get started here. Very first thing, let's start from the ground up. Let's just get some ankle rolls in. Warm up the lower body. We're going to go from the ankle all the way to the head. Just trying to warm up the entire body, getting you ready for this workout today. So what we're doing right now is just going clockwise with the ankle rolls. We can do them off the ground like this, or with the pads of your feet, your forefoot on the ground like so. We're going to go counterclockwise. Like I said, just warming up that ankle. I'm very parched. I had a lot of coffee, a lot of caffeine, so I'm going to be drinking a lot of water today. So just excuse me for that. So moving on to the other side. Now, same thing, just getting some good rotations of that ankle to warm up the joint, get it ready for this nice program we got put together for you today. Even though there's not any jumping in this, but still want to make sure the ankle is ready to go. Now we're going to switch sides and go counterclockwise, the same leg, just different rotation. Now I'm going to go counterclockwise. Remember, we do have a lot of other things that we offer on our website, not just this free virtual training. We do also offer virtual health coaching and in virtual personal training if you guys would be interested in that. So make sure you guys go check out the connectedchs.com, our website, for all of our services and whatnot. All right, now we are going to warm up the knees. So now all we're going to do is do some little hamstring curls. I know it's not really what you think of when you think of your bicep, but you do have a bicep in your hamstring. It's called your bicep femoris, and you're doing curls just the same way that we do arm curls, except now we're doing them for our legs, getting the knee, hamstring, whole lower body nice and warmed up. Right now we're going to switch to the other side. All I want you guys to think about is trying to kick yourself in the butt, kind of like doing butt kicks when we were in high school. But now you're not running up and down a field sweating profusely. At least you're not sweating profusely yet. Give us some time, and I'm sure we will get there because this is a nice long workout today. Just a couple more on this side. All right, perfect. Now I'm going to start that. Oh, couldn't start it with my foot. I'm not that talented. All right, now we're going to go to the open gate. All we're going to be doing, putting most of that weight on that plant foot. So for me, it's my left foot. For you guys watching, it looks like my right, but it is my left. Pick the knee up, bring it back down, just like so. Keep on doing that. Remember, the whole point is just to try to warm the entire body up. I know I've said this a couple times already, but that really is the whole goal of this, is to get a balanced warm up for the entire body, for the exercise that we're doing. Now we're going to switch sides. Bring it up and then back down. And back down, just like so. Also, I know I see a couple of you guys in here already. Don't forget to stick around for the quote of the day. This week's topic was finance. So we have a quote on finance, and as well as some tidbits towards the end I can talk to you guys about. Just some tips to spend your money a little in a more efficient way, so to speak. Now, we got everything down low, warmed up. Let's start working on the upper body. First thing, we're going to do some T-Spire Rotations, hands out in front like this. Bring the hand all the way back behind you, following it with your eyes, and then back. Follow with your eyes, and then come back. Really important to move with your wrist, aka tracking it with your eyes, because it helps you rotate a little more naturally. Your neck has a big part to play in this rotation, so make sure we're not neglecting it by not looking at that hand. Keep on rotating here, guys. One in front of the other. And perfect. All right. A couple more here. Remember, if you guys have any like popping or clicking in the shoulders and or hips, as long as it's not painful, it usually isn't a bad thing. It may just be the tendon or ligament running across the bone where it intersects with the other joints and or not joints. Sorry, other tendons. Especially with your hip, it's really easy to get some popping going. But all right, now we're going to move on to the shoulders. Excuse me. Now we're going to do some arm circles, just like this. We do not have these in the program today, so we can do these at whatever pace you would like. If you want to do it nice and slow, like this. You want to do alternating, like so. Whichever one you guys want to do. I know for me personally, doing some little alternating ones like this feels the best. Switch arms here. And just work on some good quality of movement. Trying to make sure that shoulder is nice and warmed up. Nice and ready for the day. Keep on rotating, keep on spinning. Now we're going to do some nice, real slow, big ones. Just like this. Remember this warm-up, we would like you guys to do it, but if you guys have your own warm-up that you feel is better, and you just follow along to the exercises, that's totally okay as well. So remember that. You don't have to follow us verbatim for these. Now we're going to warm up the neck. We got everything else all the way up. Now we got the neck. So we're going to look. Now, first thing we're going to do is get some rotations in like this. Just, all you want to do is kind of rotate your head and neck in mini circles. Don't do anything too crazy. We don't want you to do this at a fast pace. We just want to get some good sensation into that neck, because usually we're in this bent over posture or at a desk most of the day. So we tend to be in this posture. I just want you guys to get some new sensations to the neck. Right? Nothing too crazy. Now we're going to look left to right. Find a spot on each wall. I have a black mark on this wall, and I can see the time on my microwave. So look back and forth between those two things. Don't even think about anything else. Just looking at those two spots. It's going to help naturally warm up that neck and all the surrounding muscles corresponding to that joint, so you're not thinking about the muscle activation. All you got to do is think about looking at those two spots. Keep on looking, keep on looking. Perfect. Oh, also, everyone, say hello, even though you probably can't see her now. Say hello to my special guest, Pip, my cat, who's here with us every time, but she sometimes decides to stay and sometimes decides to go, but she is here now. So now we're going to look down at our ankles, look up at the ground, or up at the ceiling. Yeah, up at the ground, up at the ceiling, down at our ankles, up to the ceiling, just like so. I'm going to get started on the instruction for the first movement, which, as always, it's reaching to the ground, picking the pillow up. We do have a variation. I'm going to show you that starting here. 3, 2, 1, and begin. So bend down just like this, pick up the pillow, and put it back down. So this is getting a little boring, so we do always have another variation for you guys. We have the floor bridge. We also do have a newer single leg variation where you put your heel into the wall, your foot is still on the floor, and you reach down, come back up, reach down, come back up. And because I didn't start doing this one, I was going to split it 30 seconds on each leg. I want you guys to go for, let's say, 10 reps on each side and then switch sides. So all you're doing, keep heel and foot in the ground, basing your weight 50-50 on each leg, and just trying to push your butt back to the wall and reach down to the ground. We're going to switch sides. Reach down, come back up, reach down. And that leg that you have in front should be just bent a little bit. It's going to be straight, but just a little bit bent. Stop it here in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. There we go, guys. Good job. And remember, with that one, there's always the floor variation where you can go on your back and do the 2-legged bridges or 1-leg bridge if you're feeling strong today. It's totally up to you. You guys let me know. Snug, if you're out there, I hope you're doing well, my friend. I saw you asked about me on yesterday's stream. I'm here now, so I'm glad that you're here too, my friend. So, alternating rows starting in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So, same bent over position. Remember, guys, if you want to help cue this into a more natural positioning, we're going to go hands on the hips to knees, just like so. Now we're in a nice aligned lower back position. Reach to the floor, and then reach back up. So all you're doing is reaching. I want you guys to focus on keeping your torso straight. So you see, as I'm reaching, I'm not bending down like this. Keeping the torso straight and just reaching for the ground. You're going to get a nice little pre-stretch in your shoulders. It's going to feel real good, I promise. And then once you get to the ground, you're pulling it back. Reach, pull back. Reach, pull back. Reach, pull back. Just like that. And I know it's 60 seconds. It might be hard. It might be hurting the lower back. Or not hurting, but straining the lower back. You can always put an elbow on one knee and just row like this, and then switch off. So whatever works best for you guys. Remember, trying to make this as modifiable for you as possible. Stop it in 2, 1, and cut it. There we go. It is so hard not to clap after that. 8 or 9 weeks of clapping every time after the buzzer rang. It's like programming myself to not clap anymore. It is definitely a challenge, but I'm doing it for you guys because I watched my streams and I was like, wow, that clapping is really annoying. So maybe that's why I only got a couple viewers every time now. I'm just kidding. I know you guys are busy, and I know we got 2 other people that can stream. So starting with the crossbody pull in 2, 1, and begin. So from here, hand in between the hip and the knee, we're going to pull up just like so. Envision that you're a medieval knight or you're someone who does reenactments, either or. And you're pulling that sheath or the sword from your sheath and then pressing to the roof. So pull and press, pull and press, pull and press, just like that. And now, because I do have the opportunity, we are going to switch sides. Been 30 seconds, so now we're going to switch to the other side. Pull and press and pull and press, just like that. Remember, just pulling that sword out of the sheath. If you put an attachment or a reference to movement, it makes it a little easier for you to coordinate around it. Because we all know, we've all seen people pull swords out of a sheath, and we know what that movement looks like, so let's just try to copy that. A couple more seconds here, stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. There we go. See, I had to punch my hand that time instead of clap. I gotta do something. It's like my streaming tick. All right, so another new one that we implemented last week that I'm a big fan of. A little bit of a different marching variation. So we're gonna go on one foot. So all my weight's on my left foot. Heel forward, toe as far back as you can, and then you're gonna do a march to elbow to knee. So heel, toe, elbow to knee. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So heel, toe, elbow to knee, heel, toe, elbow to knee, heel, toe, elbow to knee, and just repeat that. We're going to switch after about 30 seconds. Oh, I see a chat in there. Keep on. Yes, ma'am. That's my main lady D over there. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to call you after this if you're free, just to talk for a second about school. But aside from that, we are going back to, we're going to keep on keeping on as Denise has told us to do. So all we're doing, keeping that heel and then toe, and then back to knee, heel, toe, knee, heel, toe, knee. And as you see, it's going to require you to almost do a little tiny squat. So if you can't do that, just reach your heel out as far as you can, bring your toe back as far as you can, and then do the march. Stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. There we go. Good job, guys. All righty. Going back to sitting down in the chair and standing up. So let me grab my chair real quick. Ooh, whoopsies. Almost stabbed myself with that. So the only thing we're doing in a squat pattern is sitting down and standing back up. Make it real easy on your brain. You don't got to think about anything else. Grab a chair, sit down, stand back up. Go with me here in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So sitting down, standing back up. If you really aren't comfortable going down into a quote-unquote squat and touching your butt to the chair, if you feel like your knees are caving in or it doesn't feel right, I just want you to sit down and then stand back up. It's a whole minute of doing this, so the sitting down will give you a little bit of a break from gravity, so it's not going to be as hard the entire time. Obviously, we want to get you to the point where you can do the squats for the full 60 seconds, but if you just need to sit down and stand up like this, that is a-okay too. We're going to get you to your desired range of motion. You just got to stay with us every day in, day out. It's a long journey. Sit down, stand back up. Also, if you can't go all the way down, take a pillow or take something and just put it under you, and now make the goal, okay, touch the butt to the pillow and then come back up. Either or. Whichever one works better for you guys. Stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Of course you're going to get in my way. All right, Kitty. I know from this. I know. Just go over there real quick. She's a diva. She's so used to sitting in the limelight when I'm streaming that once I have to move or push up, she gets a little upset. But hey, that is a-okay. They have feelings too, but thankfully they can't talk. I don't think we want to hear what they're saying. All right, going to the push-up starting here in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So there's 3 different ways you can do this. 1, from the wall, like so. Remember, the farther your feet out, the harder it's going to be. The closer they are in, the easier. So we're going to come down for 1, 2, 3, and then push yourself away. 1, 2, 3. Or if this couch wouldn't slide off from under me, I'd show you can do them on an elevated surface, like so. Coming down 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then the hardest variation of them all, going to the floor, full body weight, full gravity listed on the knees, starting off 1, 2, 3, and then pushing up. Same thing. Now, if that's too easy for you, but you can't do the full push-up, we can start with the feet out like so, then go to the knees and press up. That's a really good way to teach your body to be comfortable with the load of your entire body without actually forcing you to do the hard part, the pushing. Stopping here in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. So just to clarify, starting with the legs fully extended, doing the push-up. Once you get to the bottom, drop to the knees and push away. Makes it just a little bit easier, so you don't have to do the hardest part, is pushing your body away from with just your knees on the ground. Makes it just a little bit easier. That's a good variation we can use. Excuse me. All right, now going to those alternating snow angels, starting here in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So remember that bent over position like this. We're gonna have one hand up, one hand down, and we're just gonna alternate through like this. Alternate the arms. And if this position isn't really feeling right, remember you can put the hand on the knee, like so. If that lower back is getting more of a workout than the arms, switching sides like that. Or, depending on how strong you guys are feeling, we can go down to the ground on our faces and do them like so. This is where gravity's going to resist us the most, and these are hard, but I have faith in all you guys. You can do this. Even if you can't, do it for as long as you can, and then keep on going until failure again. So just keep on failing and succeeding, failing and succeeding. Stopping in just a couple seconds here, guys. Keep on powering through. Stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. And what I mean by failing and succeeding, oh, I did chip my, oh, that's good. Almost pulled my whole toenail off in the bathroom a second ago. But so what I meant by failing and succeeding, say that you have, it's a minute of doing these. If you get through 20 seconds and then you have to stop, that's okay. Pick yourself back up, keep going, see if you can get seconds, and then 23, 24, and then keep on going, so on and so forth. We're starting with bear crawl variations right about now. So these ones are a doozy, I'm not going to lie. We're going to start with hands or knees off the ground by about 1 inch, and we're going to be alternating arm rows like that. That is very hard, and I understand that. So another way to modify that is starting from here, going down like so, holding the bear crawl position for as long as you can. If you guys aren't comfortable getting down to the ground like this, that is totally okay. We're gonna go on the wall, almost like a push-up position. We're gonna bring one arm off, bring the other arm off. Touch yourself on the shoulder, touch your shoulder. Just like this. It's gonna be similar to what we're doing with the bear crawl, but not the same exact thing. I'm gonna go back to the bear crawl for the last 15 seconds. And if you do want to challenge yourself, you can do the bear crawl itself, actually moving, not just staying in one place doing the rows. So whatever you guys want to do, stopping here in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Whew, that one's tough. Anything that requires you to be using your full body that much for 60 seconds is going to get you sweating. So take a drink. We got another 15 seconds here. Good job, everybody. You've made it through the first round. Give yourself pats on the back. Give yourself a hug if you want, but only little pats because you want to give yourself a little goal, and then at the end celebrate getting through the entire workout. Starting with the single leg reach to the ground right about now. So remember, coming down with this 1 foot planted in the wall, coming down with a slight bend in your knee, just pushing your butt back. We're going to switch at 30 seconds. So we still got another just about 10 seconds. All right. Keep on powering through here, guys. You're going to have one side that may feel a little more weird than the other, and that's totally okay. So now we're going to switch. Usually we are one side dominant. So it is okay for one side to feel more comfortable doing this than the other. We just got to keep on working at it. And eventually you'll be comfortable doing both sides. Maybe not to the same extent, but you'll be comfortable doing both sides. And that's the best thing that we can do. Make sure we're all comfortable doing these. No matter which leg we're using, which arm, vice versa. Keep on going here, guys. Stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Remember, for that, we also do have just the good old-fashioned reaching to the floor and coming back up. Also, we can do it from the supine position, from on your back, doing the glute bridges like so. Whichever one feels best for you guys. I forgot to instruct that, so I just want to make sure you guys know for next round in case I forget again, because I've been known to forget every once in a while. All right, alternating rows starting in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So remember, get ourselves in a nice bent over position like this. Now we're gonna reach and pull. Reach to the ground. Don't let the body sag like this. Reach to the ground, pull back. Reach to the ground and pull back just like this. Make sure you're moving. Keep yourself moving the entire time, because yes, this is a cardio program, even though it doesn't sound like it. Oh, we're not, just because we're not doing an elliptical or a treadmill or going for a run doesn't mean this is not cardio. This is still getting the same benefits. High intensity interval training, which is technically what we're doing, does get very similar and does get these same benefits as steady state cardio, running or jogging or whatever you want to call that torture that some people do. Not saying it's bad for you, but there are other ways to get your cardio in, just like this. So keep your arms moving here. Stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. And that spiel is not to hate on cardio by any means. You know, I do sprinting and some form of cardio at least 2 days a week. So by no means am I trash talking. I'm just saying if that's not your cup of tea, which I understand, believe me. If it's not, you have other things that you can do, such as high intensity interval training like this. So moving on to the pull the press here, starting in 3, 2, 1, and begin. I see the chat. Just give me 1 second. Yeah. What? Muscle, heart, leg, person, heart. Yes. You don't need to go running to get those big legs and get the good cardio in, Denise. That's what I'm talking about. I think you understand what I'm saying. So let's keep on doing them pull to presses. Pretend to be that knight. Pull the sword out of the sheath and press up. And we should have switched already, but I got talking. I know, believe it or not, your favorite host got talking a little bit and forgot what he was doing. Not like I never do that or anything, but that's okay. Keep on pulling here. Pull that sheath, pull that sword out of the sheath, but press it to the sky, just like so. Just keep on going here. Stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. There we go. Oh, almost clapped again. You saw that. Control myself. Self-control. It's a beautiful thing when you know how to use it. And then I clapped right after. I just got to laugh at it sometimes. So moving back to the knee to elbow. Sorry, I keep on messing with my toe. I dropped something on it and pulled it really quick before I got on stream. I'm in some pain right now, but that's okay. We're moving on. Starting 3, 2, 1. Knee low. So remember, almost like we're doing the Cotton Eye Joe, bringing the heel forward, bringing the toe back, and bringing the elbow to knee. So heel, toe, elbow, heel, toe, elbow. And I always am going to talk it out like that for you guys. It helps you coordinate just a little bit because your body likes a rhythm. If you put a rhythm to it, it'll help you coordinate around it just a little bit better. Oh, excuse me. Heel and then toe, elbow. And then we're going to be switching sides here after this one. And switch. So heel, toe, elbow, heel, toe, elbow. Just like that. It doesn't have to be any more complicated unless you want it to be. Remember, we're doing this variation, but you can do any of the variations you'd like. If you want to just bring your knees up to your hands or knees to elbow, we go old-fashioned way without this variation that we're doing, feel free. It's up to you. We're the buffet of movement. You just get to choose. Stop it in 2, 1, and cut it. Good job, guys. I know the pace is a little faster. I'm sweating a little more than I usually. Well, I sweat a lot all the time, but I'm sweating a little more than usual. So if you guys are, remember, make sure you got your water with you. Make sure you're hydrated, and make sure for any of the single leg stuff you have your handy dandy partner, Mr. Wall or Mr. Chair, just to catch it in case you start to go down. But I know you guys won't because you're really strong. But just a disclaimer. Starting with the squats in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So I'm going to demonstrate this a little more about the form with the squat. So my 2 forms. Well, it's technically the same thing, but sitting down. So I'm going to pretend like I'm sitting on the chair. Just touch the butt, come back up, touch the butt, come back up. Giving yourself an external reference point. Touch the butt, come back up, touch the butt. Or if I move this chair away and then do it, I'm doing the same exact thing, but there's no reference point. So I would advise anyone who is not accustomed to doing this motion or accustomed to doing like an exercise program with squats in it, just take a chair and just sit down and stand back up. It makes it a lot easier. It makes it a lot easier to coordinate around, and it makes it much more efficient, so to speak. So you're not focusing on squeezing muscles you don't need to. Just focusing on sitting down in the chair, standing back up. Touch the chair, come back up. Stop it in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Ooh, I just swallowed my foot on that. Oof. Oof. That's okay. A-okay, my friends. Moving back to the push-ups. So remember, like I was saying, you got the 3 different options on the wall, on the couch / incline surface, or the ground. I'm gonna get started on the ground. I want you guys to try to power through with me, starting here in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So let's go from the knees to start. Big emphasis on coming down. 1, 2, 3. That 3-second hold is really, or 3-second lowering is really important for your muscle growth. So take my word for it. Come down for 1, 2, 3, and then push up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And the reason I say just take my word for it is there's some science behind it as far as like the muscle action that's going on. You're lengthening the muscle. So technically it's called the eccentric aspect of the movement, and you gain most of your strength in the eccentric. So being able to lower yourself is more than half of the battle in a push-up. It's actually 2/3 of the battle. But lowering down for a good 3 seconds and then exploding up. Or not even exploding, just pushing. 1, 2, 3, and then push. 1, 2, 3, and then push. Last one. 1, 2, 3, and we are done. There we go. I think I've said this every stream that I've been on, but I absolutely hate push-ups. But there's a lot of things that we have to do that we don't like in life, and push-ups are one of them. So we need to have a strong anterior chain as well as posterior, but we need to be able to push things away and or have the range of motion in our arms to be able to get our arms out here, whether it's pushing and or pulling. That's why we do both. Starting with the snow angels in 3, 2, 1, and begin. Remember this bent over position. 1 arm up, 1 arm down, and then we're just alternating, kind of like we're doing a really weird wave. You know, like you're waving at someone, but you're waving at them like you can't bend your arms. I don't know. I'm trying to give you guys an analogy, something to think of, something to kind of spice it up a little bit, because I know these exercises can get boring if you're just listening to me talk the entire time. So if you're going to have to listen to me talk, I'm going to try to make it a little more enjoyable for you. If that's the word you would like to choose, is enjoyable. Some people don't believe you can enjoy exercising, but I think that's where you get a lot of enjoyment, is in exercise. Makes you feel a lot better about yourself and gives you a lot of personal confidence. I know everyone can use a little bit of that nowadays with COVID and all the crazy stuff going on in the world. We're stopping here in 3, 2, 1, and cut. There we go. Get a drink before the next one, because this next one is a doozy. Remember the bear crawl. There are different ways to do it if you aren't comfortable doing the full bear crawl for the entire time, because it is very hard. Remember, we can just have the hands on the wall like this and touch the shoulders, or row the hand off the wall like that. Or I'm going to start with the bear crawl in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So we can go side to side, little tiny walks, or we can just hold it here. Just hold this with your knees off the ground for as long as you can. Say you give up, that's okay. Just take big deep breaths through the nose, out of the mouth, and get back to it. Now we're going to row 1 arm, row the other arm, row 1 arm, row the other arm, just like this. And you can also come from this position, come down, touch the knees, go back up, and then come down, touch the knees, and then go back up. I'm just going to hold this for the next 10 seconds. I want you guys to try to do the same. Hold it or alternate your arms like so. Stop in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. All right, that deserves 2 pats on each shoulder. Give yourself a full pat on the back. Made it through the first 2 sets. We're almost done with this. I'll always preach this until the day I die. You gotta congratulate yourself and give yourself credit for the tiny victories. There's all those tiny victories that we're doing day in, day out. Finishing 1 set leads to your greater goal of being a healthier and happier person. So, single leg floor touch starting in 2, 1, and begin. Coming down, coming back up, hinging, coming back up, coming back up, just like so. If you want, take an external reference, like a pillow, and just think, all right, I just gotta reach down, pick up the pillow, reach down, pick up the pillow, put down the pillow, pick up the pillow, put down the pillow. Now we're gonna switch sides, spend about 30 seconds. Same thing on this leg. Pick up the pillow, put the pillow down. Pick up the pillow, put the pillow down. It's that easy, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to have a different variation, I knew I would forget. Like I said, we can do the regular two-legged reach to the ground, or we can do the bridge variation. Only got a couple seconds, but I'll end with this. Remember making sure you're straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Stop in 3, 2, oh, I was off, and 1. Good job, guys. 7 more exercises, and then you can get out of here and enjoy the rest of your, I almost said Monday, wow. Where is my head? Enjoy the rest of your Thursday night. It's the first time I've streamed this week. Somehow I'm still used to streaming, my first time being Monday at 5:30, so my apologies for that. But we are going to get started here with those alternating rows in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So bend over, get in a nice bend over position, just like so. Reach to the ground. Pretend like your spine is a spike that has gone straight through your back into your hips that only allows you to move from your arms, okay? That's all I want you to do is move from the arms, reach towards the ground, pull back, kind of like playing like tug of war. Reach to the ground, pull back. Reach to the ground, pull back. Just like so. Also, let me guys know how you are doing out there today. I see a couple of you in here. I know Mama D already responded. I know there's Snug and some other people in there, so I hope you guys are having a great Thursday afternoon. And just let me know how you're doing. I'd love, that's one of my favorite parts about this is going back and forth with you guys when you're in here. So remember, we're always here to talk to you, even if it's not on stream. So keep on going here, guys. Stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Oh, I almost hit it. Good job, good job, good job. Only 6 more sets, or 6 more exercises. Technically, we're in the last set, but 6 more exercises. To go off of that note when it comes to making sure you appreciate the little victories. Same thing for the exercises themselves. If you can only do X amount of time, it saves 25 seconds, but you can do 30 the next time, then that's a little goal. Celebrate that as well. Start with the pull the press right now. Let's go. Pull, press to the sky. Pull, press to the sky. Pull, press to the sky. Just like so. Keep on pulling and pressing. Let's say even with this one you might not get fatigued with. This is more of like a quality of movement thing, so this may not be like a fatiguing one like the bear crawl, but if you can only do 20 seconds on each side, that's okay. Just remember that and try to get 1 second more the next time. So it's tiny victories that lead to the larger end results. So other hand, switching sides. One thing, just like with the T-Spire Rotations in the warm-up, I didn't do it last on my right arm for this set because I was talking to you guys, but always follow that hand with your head. Or not with your head, with your eyes. Your head will follow if you're looking with your eyes, but pulling and then looking towards that hand, looking. It's just going to help with the rotation, make it a little more natural, because if you're doing this, you're not letting your neck move as well. Stopping right about now. There we go. Good job, guys. And this thing I'm talking about with the eye tracking is just tiny things for orientation of like the smaller muscles in your neck and just your overall body of like, because if you're doing this, you're not getting that full rotation and it's limiting some of your movement. You're going to compensate with different muscles in this area. So just make sure you're looking at that hand. Same thing when you're reaching, look at that hand the entire time. So now doing the march variation starting in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So remember we are doing the heel, toe, elbow to knee, but remember you can do, if you want to do opposite hand, opposite hand, knee to hand. Sorry, I don't know why I blanked on that, but bring your knee up to your hand like so, or you can do elbow to knee like this, or just good old-fashioned high knees, or little, just little happy feet like this. I'm going to get going on the rest of the set that we are doing today as far as the elbow to knee. So remember, bringing that heel forward, toe back, elbow to knee. Heel, toe, elbow to knee. Heel, toe, elbow to knee. Just like that. Keep on going. This is a great single leg exercise too. So you're forced to hold all your weight on that other leg. You're not doing the Cotton Eye Joe and elbow to knee touch with. Keep going here, stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. There we go. All right, drum roll, please. We are halfway through the last set of the exercise. 4 more, and then we're done. You guys can go get your protein shakes or whatever you want to drink after this and whatever you're going to eat. I'd recommend you guys get some chocolate milk in you because that's one of the best things for post-workout. But I digress. Maybe that's just me talking about the thing that I love the most, which is chocolate milk. But going on here, back to the squats in 3, 2, and begin. So remember from here, all we're doing, sitting down, standing back up. Except this time there's no chair behind me. So we're going to use that reference point that we used the last 2 sets of, okay, touch the chair, come back up. Just pretend like you're sitting in an invisible chair, right? Coming down, touching it, coming back up, touching it, coming back up, touching it, coming back up. Just like so. And that's okay if you don't do it at the pace that I'm doing them at. This does get hard over 60 seconds, over a full minute of just squatting. Also, how could I forget? This Sunday, I almost forgot to talk about this. This Sunday on Twitch, we are doing a 12-hour marathon stream. So we are starting, well, technically it's over 12 hours, but that's okay. We're starting at 9 a.m. and going until midnight that day. So we're going to be doing a full day of streaming. Stopping here in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. We're going to be doing a full day of streaming, but it's going to start off as a Q&A. So from 9 to 10 o'clock, and really all day if you guys want. You can come and ask us questions. We know that we missed some of you guys when you were on the restreams, and we see you guys comment in, but unfortunately, we are not live, so we can't comment back to you. So we're going to give you guys the opportunity to come and ask your questions this Sunday at 9 o'clock. Don't miss it. It's going to be a good one. All right, going back to the push-ups, starting right now. Keep it out of my way. Thank you. Coming down for 3 seconds. Remember, 1, 2, 3, and back up. 1, 2, 3. And if you guys missed that little spiel about the marathon this Sunday, don't worry, I'm going to give it again in a second here when I'm not doing push-ups. Keep on going down for 3 seconds, pushing yourself back up. 1, 2, 3. Another thing that helps me with push-ups, might help you guys as well, spread your hand out as wide as you can. Get your weight on all of those fingers. Make sure your weight is displaced evenly. It'll help make it a little easier for the muscles up your stream, so to speak, aka up the arm and into the shoulder. So 1, 2, 3, and push. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Last one right here. 1, 2, 3, and we are done. Good job, guys. Only got 2 more. Whew. Forgot how sweaty these make me. Alrighty. Get all this cat hair off of me before I wipe my face. Marathon stream is really important to us, though. With the Q&A is going to be really fun. So if you guys have any questions, that'll be a perfect time for you to come and get them answered. If you're seeing this on Restream, we will be happening Sunday. Do not miss out. Starting with those alternating snow angels right about now. So go down to that bent over position. One arm up, and then bring the other one just like so. Keep on alternating. Now the only thing I want to talk about is the marathon stream, but I guess I can do it. This one isn't a push-up, so it's a little bit easier to talk while you're doing it. But so the marathon stream, like I said, is going to be going from 9 to midnight. We're going to be changing who's going to be doing the movements. We're all going to be bringing something different to the table. Jake, myself, and Seth are going to be doing different exercises for the streams. I'm going to make mine so you guys can join along with me and do the exercises if you would like. If not, you can just watch me struggle for 3 hours. But either way, we are here to answer your questions. So if you have any questions throughout that time and you miss us during the week, we will be there to answer them for you. A couple more seconds here, guys. Keep going, stopping. And 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Woo! This is the most I've sweat on one of these streams in a while. That means the workouts are getting real good now. Remember, if you guys need to modify, you can always do that on the fly. For any bent over exercise, just putting that hand on your knee like so to take some of the stress off the lower back. Because after a while, you do start feeling it. And that's okay. You're supposed to feel it because you're in a bent over position, but not for the entire exercise. All right. Last exercise of the day. Give me everything you got. Starting with the bear crawls right now. So, from this position, I want you to bring your knees off the ground just by an inch or so. Just hold it for a couple seconds. Wipe the sweat off your face if you need to. I know I do. Now, one arm up, other arm up. One arm up, other arm. Just like so. You can do this with your knees on the ground. Just make sure you're pushing most of your weight into your hands, so you're not just putting all your weight into your hips and heels and doing it. It makes it a little bit harder. All right, come on. We only got 20 seconds left. See how long we can hold this for. Let's maybe do some little crawls like this, if you can. Keep on crawling. We only got 8 more seconds. Come on, guys. Power through. We're almost done. 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Woo! There we go. Those suck, but they feel a lot better when you're done with them. They feel the reward feels good once you're done with it. I mean, in the process, no, but right now, yes. Or in the process, no, but after, yes. That's what I should have said. Oh, I'm not talking yet. What am I doing? Getting a little ahead of myself. I'm so ready to talk to you guys about the cool and the tidbit. I forgot about the cool down. So now let's start with the cool down. That was a nice intense workout. Let's shake the arms a little bit. Give yourself a big hug, big pat in the back. Remember, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 pats on each shoulder as you guys got through it and you did a good job. So we should be proud of yourself for making it through a full workout because these are not easy. So good job, guys. Because I remember, like I said, you got to cherish the little victories so that you know what got you to your ultimate goal once you get there, because you will get there if you keep on getting all the small goals. So now we're just going to shake the arms a little bit. I want you to kind of loosen them up, make them feel looser by just shaking them all out. It also helps with recovery. I say this every stream, but blood flow and recovery, this helps a lot with, even though it seems really weird just shaking your arms, feeling like you're like Jello pretty much. At least that's how I feel. I don't know about you guys, but all right, keep on shaking here for just a couple more seconds. All right. Now we're going to go same thing with our legs. We stepped in a big puddle. Now we got to shake off all the water from our leg. Switch sides, do the same thing. There's really good science behind shaking, even though it seems really, really weird. There is some good science behind it. So make sure you're just shaking, 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 shaking. Shake behind you a little bit. Shake from your knee. Shake from your hip. Shake from your toes. Try to shake from the entire leg, almost like you're kicking a soccer ball, except a soccer ball that would be on a string because you're constantly moving. But you understand the reference what I'm trying to say. Just keep on shaking. Shake, 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 shake. Oh boy, I'm filibustering. I'm going to start singing. That's when I know I don't have anything to say. I'm going to start singing. Of course, there's always something to say, but anyone who knows me knows I can talk about paint drying for like 3 hours. So I always find something to talk about. We're going to keep on shaking, guys. Just a couple more seconds. Then we're going to go to some breathing. All righty. Feeling nice and cooled down, upper and lower body now. Let's take a seat. Let's sit down, have a chat for a little bit after we're done with this. But first, breathe in the nose, out of the mouth. Remember when you guys are breathing, it should be a longer exhale than it is an inhale. So it should be about 2 to 4 second inhale, followed by a 4 to 8 second exhale. So just make sure emphasizing that exhale. That's where your body, once you do long exhales like that, that's when you get put into your rest or digest state. It helps you just recover from the workout we just did. So keep on breathing. You got about a minute left of this. I'm going to go fill my water up real quick before I talk. So keep on breathing, and I'll be right back. Namaste, mi amigos. Gave you some time just to sit there and think to yourself while you're breathing. So that is the workout of the day. Good job, guys, for getting through it and pushing through the bear calls. I know those are really hard. Thank you, Siri. Thank you, Siri. I understand that, but I know that can be really hard. So good job powering through that, guys. As I said, always stick around for the quote, the tidbit of the day. So today's quotes, because this is the week of personal finance. So today's quote, and yes, I am cheating and looking on another screen. Beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship. Now that is a Benjamin Franklin quote. If you guys have or haven't heard it before, that is a really good one because it talks about that. Just kind of emphasizes the tiny things that we buy every day, like that coffee, that Starbucks coffee you might get. It's $5. $5 over, even if it's not 7, it's 5 days. I'm not amazing at math, but I do believe it's about $200 a month. And I think that 2 times 12 is about $2,400 a year. So you're looking at, for that $5 cup of coffee, you're looking at $2,400 a year that you're spending on just that coffee. And that's just one tiny expense. And multiple other tiny expenses, whether it be your food that you're buying at lunch. It could be, say you guys smoke, it could be the cigarettes, alcohol, anything, any type of tiny expense. Well, even if it's just, a pack of gum, if you're getting gum every single day. Not saying that some people don't need gum, because some people I'm not talking myself, but some people's breath might need it in the afternoon after the coffee. But just the only reason I'm saying this, I want to bring it up to just so you guys are aware of the tiny things that can lead your ship to sink, so to speak, if your ship is your financial stability. So as far as that being the quote, like we were talking about today, is the finance section. I do have some other things on finance for you. Some little tips that I've been trying to that help with your financial goals and financial security. So one thing I am trying to do more recently is having an all cash diet. Now, what does that mean? Obviously, you're not going to be eating just cash. That doesn't really make any sense, but only bringing cash with you. So what that does, when you have your credit card, you can constantly spend on that. You constantly are able to keep on swiping without too much, not concern isn't the word, but too much repercussions from it, because you don't see that bank account going down every single swipe unless you swipe and then you look on your app, which kudos to you if you do. But most of us swipe and then go on with our day and then check our balance later in the week or month. So keeping all cash, say that you go out for the day and you only give yourself X amount of dollars that you have in your wallet. It'll keep you from overspending. So it'll keep you to buying things that are more in your price range opposed to overpricing or overspending, and also keep you consistent with, okay, this is how much money I have for that day, and you're not spending anything over. So that's a really good little tip to kind of help you guys with the financial side as well. This is one thing I'm trying to get better at as well, because I'll be honest with you, a lot of these suggestions I do myself and try to do as often as I can, but we are all human and we fall short sometimes. So remember, while you're doing these, that failing, as we said a couple weeks ago, failing is a natural part of success. It is a key building block to succeed, is constantly failing and getting back up and continuing to try to succeed over and over again. So another thing is making sure that when you go grocery shopping, don't go shopping on an empty stomach. Go shopping on a full stomach. The amount of times that I've spent $50+ shopping because I'm hungry and I'm like, oh, this will look good. Oh, that'll look good. I can't count on all my fingers, all my appendages, everything included. I wouldn't be able to count it because it's been that many times. So you can save yourself some really good money and a lot of money by making sure you go grocery shopping full. Also, when you go shopping for clothes or other things, for your house or whatnot, and you have a set amount of money, don't bring a friend with you, because sometimes that friend may point to something like, oh, this would be nice, and may kind of persuade you, not necessarily, hey, gun to your head making you buy this, but just persuade you into buying something you wouldn't buy if you were by yourself. So just shopping alone can help with that, even though I know some of you may be screaming at me, shopping alone isn't that fun. Well, I understand that, but if for financial reasons, it may be better just to do all that shopping on your own. And then another thing, two more things I got for you. Two more things. So the first one is making sure that you are making saving a regular part of your life. What that means is every week, take X amount of money and throw it into your savings account from your check. Say you're making, let's just go baseline $500. You can do percentage or straight up fiscal amounts. If you want to do, like, say 10% of your paycheck, if you have varying paychecks every week, or if you just want to do $50 every paycheck going into that account, just making sure you have like a routine of, okay, I got my paycheck, this is how much money goes in my savings, X amount goes in my savings, the rest goes in my checking. And on top of that, the checking and saving account, making sure that you have checkings and saving account separately. So I know obviously that sounds very, of course my checkings and saving account wouldn't be the same account, but to go one step further is having your checkings at one bank and your savings at the other bank. Because I know, especially with technology now and mobile banking, it's very easy to transfer your savings account into your checkings account at the snap of a finger. Or when you're depositing your check, if you still do that, you go in person and do it. It's very easy to transfer funds from your saving into your checking. But if you have your savings in a separate bank account, separate bank in general, having that account over there will make it less likely that when you are depositing your checking, you're depositing your check for that week, that you will transfer out money from your savings. So it's just a tiny little like brain hack, so to speak, or resistance to spending that extra saving by keeping it in a bank account farther away, which I know I do that myself, just because sometimes you feel like you need more money than you do, and you just pull extra money out, and you don't end up needing it, and then it's just there and it gets spent anyway. So just differentiating between the two will help you guys in the long run. But that is all that I got for you today. Remember the marathon stream. Yes, so Sunday. I know I probably lost you guys at this point because I've been talking for a couple minutes now. But Sunday, starting at 9 o'clock, we'll have a Q&A where you guys can either send us your pre-recorded questions or pre-thought of questions. You can send them to us on our Gmail or our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch. If you guys have any questions, send them our way. We'll answer them once we go live. And after we have that period of question and answer, you guys can come in and ask us questions in the chat, and we respond to you in real time. And then after that 1 hour section, we will be doing individual workouts for the rest of the time. So Seth will be going from 10 to 12 and basically just being on a bike the entire time, answering questions, talking about health and fitness. And then I'm going to hop on from 12 to 4, and I'm going to do basically the same, or from 1 o'clock to 4, sorry. I'm going to be doing basically the same thing of just talking about health and fitness. If you guys have any questions, I will answer them. I'll also bring a list of pre-recorded things I'm going to talk about as far as bullet points on health and other things I think you guys should take into consideration. But remember, this is really about you guys. It's about you guys asking questions, because we know we miss you guys a lot on the weekends. So we want you guys to be able to ask all those questions that you don't have the opportunity to ask when we are not live, when it's recorded on the weekends, as I said. So anything else I'm missing? I don't. Oh yeah, the rest of the schedule. So I'm going to be from 1 to 4, not 12 to 4. Jake will be from 12 to 1. And then Rashid, our main man, Rashid, he doesn't do any streaming, but he's going to hop in for this marathon stream. He's going to be doing some type of running in place or bodyweight squats or something for 3 hours. And then Seth's going to pick up the last 2 hours. Then we're going to come together at the very end for one last hour all together to basically say thank you for all the subscribes, all the subs, all the follows, all that good stuff. So really, I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be a great time. And remember, if you guys have any questions, send them in our way, and we'll get those answered for you for Sunday's stream. But if that's all you guys got for me today, which it looks like it does, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go get some food, do some work, probably take a shower. So it's the first big clap of the day. All right. Scolding, I guess, but it's okay. I'm getting better at it. All right, catch you on the flip side. I will see you on Sunday. Jake Carroll will be here tomorrow morning, bright and early. Or no, Seth Spicer will be here tomorrow morning, bright and early at 7:30. But I am going to jet. So Without further ado, you guys have a happy and healthy weekend, and I will see you